Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're going to decode a tool that pretty much all of us use every single day, but maybe don't really understand from a business point of view, and that is email marketing. All right, so let's just jump right in with the big question, right? The why behind it all. I mean, with all the ways we have to connect online, it is so easy to just overlook the good old email inbox. But trust me, that would be a huge mistake. Yeah, think about it this way. A social media feed, it's like this super crowded public square. There's just noise everywhere, right? And you've got these algorithms you have zero control over. But an email is a direct line. It's a personal, one-on-one conversation space with your customer. And look, if you need the numbers to back it up, this is the knockout punch. For every $1, just $1 spent on email marketing, the average return on investment is a whopping $36. I mean, that's just staggering. It makes it one of the most cost-effective marketing channels out there, period. Okay, so how do you actually get a piece of that action? Well, to harness that power, you've got to have the right tools. And specifically, you need to know the 4 main types of emails you can send. This table really lays out the core toolkit. You've got your promotional emails, those are for driving sales. Then you have newsletters, which are all about building relationships. Transactional emails are for those essential updates, like your order has shipped. And then you have re-engagement emails, which are a clever way to win back customers who've kind of gone quiet. All right, so now you know the what, let's get into the how. Because having the tools is great, but using them effectively, that's the real trick. This is where we start building a successful strategy. Yeah, beyond that absolutely incredible ROI we talked about, email marketing is just so powerful because it lets you build real engagement. And maybe the best part, you can measure everything. Exactly what's working, what's not. You can see it all. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. I mean, you've got challenges, right? You've got to worry about landing in the spam folder or just getting lost in a super crowded inbox. But for every one of those challenges, there's a clear solution. So this part is absolutely crucial. You have to follow these 3 best practices. Number 1, personalize. And I mean beyond just using their first name. Number 2, optimize for mobile. This is a big one. If it looks bad on a phone, it's basically broken. And 3, test and analyze. You have to be constantly testing what works and what doesn't. Okay, theory is great and all, but let's see how the biggest brands in the world actually put these principles into practice. This is where it gets really interesting. Just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got the old way, the mass blast. Just one generic message for absolutely everyone. But then you have the Netflix way. They use your data to create an experience that feels like it was literally made just for you. See the difference? It's huge. And what's really fascinating here is how different brands use these tactics. You have Amazon basically predicting what you want to buy. Then there's Airbnb, sending you these perfectly timed travel reminders. And Patagonia, they often don't even try to sell you anything. Instead, they're building this incredible community around shared values. Okay, so we've covered the why, the what, and the how. So what's the big takeaway for you? What does this all boil down to? Look, the most important thing to remember is this. Email marketing, it's not really about just sending out promotions. It's about building valuable, long-term customer relationships, one email at a time. So as we wrap up this explainer, I'm going to leave you with this thought. Just for a second, forget about sales. Think about connection. What is the one valuable conversation you could start with your customer's inbox this week? That is where the real power is.